Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time. Yeah,
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. A couple of weeks ago I did a day in my reading life and it was still summer vacation, so the children were home, but everyone is officially back at school and I'm gonna close my window. We're gonna do it again, but this is gonna be a, school year schedule day in my reading life. Everyone off to school. I went to the gym. I am really sore from a workout earlier this week. I went a little too hard. I got too excited. Let's see, where am I at reading wise today? Oof. Okay. Let's see. Reading wise, I am reading 4 things. I am listening to Zara's Rules for Record-Breaking Fun by Hena, and this is middle grade. I would say the younger end of middle grade, like the 8 to 10-year-old range. And I'm, 30% of the way through. And this is about Zara, who is 10 3/4, and she is the self-proclaimed queen of her neighborhood. She comes up with all the good ideas. She's kind of the ringleader for the group of kids that lives in her neighborhood. And then a new family moves in across the street and the dynamic is mixed up. And Zara is, at the part I'm at, Zara is struggling with change and is trying to figure out how to maintain her status in the neighborhood. And it's very cute, and I've read Hena's middle grade before, and I like her writing. And I'm listening to this on audio because it was an ALC for Libro FM, I guess 2 years ago. And if you watched a couple of my most recent videos, then you'll know I am trying to get through some of my audiobooks. Trying to make a dent. So I'm listening to that. I am also rereading A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. I read this back in January and then promptly forgot to continue on with the series, and of course have forgotten everything, so I'm rereading it. I'm about 42% of the way through, and I am hybrid reading this. I have the physical copy, but I also am listening to the audiobook because I listened to the audiobook the first time I read it, and I really love the narrator for that book. She just does such a good job reading Elle and doing Elle's voice, and it's such a fun time on audio. So rereading that. I am working on the Tensorate series by Neon Yang, which is part of my self-destructing TBR for this month. And I'm on chapter 7 of the first novella. So this is a collection of 4 novellas, and the first one is called The Black Tides of Heaven. And this first novella is about twin children of the Protector, who is the ruler of this, I think it's an East Asian inspired magical world. But these twins are sent to live at a monastery when they're 6 years old. And so we're reading it in, like, we're time skipping a little bit. So it started like when they were first born, and the deal was made between the Protector and the head abbot that the children would be sent to the monastery in exchange for something that the head abbot did for the Protector. And then it skips ahead to 6 years, and then it switches, and it's from the twins' perspective, and then it skips ahead to when they're a little bit older and a little bit older. Now they're 17. The thing I really think is cool about this world is that children are assumed non-binary until they are old enough to decide for themselves what gender they are. And I think that is super cool, and I am really liking it so far. I did try it on audio, and I didn't care for the narrator. Their voice just was really monotonous. There wasn't a lot of level fluctuation, and so it was not working for me. So I'm reading it with my eyeballs, which is fine. And then per my 11-year-old's recommendation, I am reading Becky Albertalli. I finished Simon versus the Homo Sapien agenda yesterday, and now I'm on to the upside of Unrequited, which is book 2 in the Creekwood series. I'm not loving it as much as I loved Simon. I thought Simon was really fun and really sweet, and then this one, we're following Molly, and I don't think I've gotten to know Molly very well yet. These books are older, so I'm trying to give them like a little bit of grace. Like for Simon, there are a lot of Harry Potter references, which for like 2015, I get. That's just where we were. This was published in 2017. So again, kind of in a different place, but I don't love the way Becky Albertalli refers to how other people's bodies are shaped in her main character's POV, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's not bad. I just don't love it. I guess there's a lot of focus on bodies and their sizes, which I get for teens. That's, a focus. I remember that, but I don't know. As an adult reader, I don't love it, but it's not written for me. That's what I'm currently reading, and Steph is going to have sprints later this morning, which is I'm looking forward to. So I think right now I'm going to have a snack and get some more reading done. I want to do a replacing my screen time with reading time video. So I think I'm going to do some prep work for that today as well. And yeah, we'll just see how far I get my reading. I think I'm going to stick with Zara for now, just because it's such a short audiobook. And I'll check in with y'all later. Alright, so I'm on sprints with Steph. I just made applesauce, and there's apple crisp in the oven. I had a bunch of apples from my mom's house and needed to use them, and I still have apples, so I'm not going to bake anything else today, but I definitely have like a lot of apples to make apple things with. But applesauce is definitely my favorite. I love applesauce. And while I was doing that, I finished Zara's rules for something. Zara's rules for what? Finished Zara's rules, for record-breaking fun, and then I also listened to Zara's rules for finding hidden treasures, which is book 2, and I like both of them. I think this is a really solid early or young middle grade book. I think this would be good for readers who are maybe aging out of Ivy and Bean, or as an alternative to Ivy and Bean, because I know we didn't have this problem in my house, but I had other friends who struggled with letting their kids read or listen to Ivy and Bean because Bean is so snotty and bratty in some of the books. And, you know, there are some young kids that will pick up that behavior and mirror that behavior. It's why we never really did Junie B. Jones in my house, because my kids would absolutely parrot Junie B's behavior, and it was so annoying and frustrating and irritating and all those things. And I know there are parents that have that similar problem with Ivy and Bean. So if you are looking for an alternative, maybe check out this series, because it's very similar. It's, you know, a neighborhood group of kids. Zara, our main character, has a little brother. She has all these friends that live in her neighborhood. She's got a really close-knit family, which is wonderful. So, and then her grandparents and her uncle are also super involved in her life and are active characters in both of the books I listen to. And then, you know, it's just Zara dealing with things that kids deal with. You know, in the first book, it's dealing with wanting to be, not wanting things to change, and, you know, struggling to let a new person into your life, and jealousy, and, you know, all those things. And then the book 2 starts off with Zara biking to the playground with her friends, and then her bike is stolen, and so she spends the rest of the book trying to earn money so she can get a new bike, but also learning the value of things that hold memories for you. It's hard to let go of things that have sentimental value, but how also getting rid of things that you don't need anymore can be really good for you. So, and I felt like there was a lot of nuance and a lot of like layers to what was going on, even though it is, you know, a really young middle grade book. So I don't know. I liked it. And I really liked that it was very low stakes, because sometimes I just need a book where I don't have to worry about anybody, because I know it's all good. It's fine the whole time. And then that's 2 books checked off my Libra list. So that's exciting too. I do this thing where when I get ALCs, they get organized by the month that I get them. So I'm going through my list for October of last year in the hopes that I can clear it out before October of this year. So it's kind of the same concept as like my self-destructing TBR, except I'm a month ahead, if that makes sense. So I don't know what I'm going to do now. I don't know if I'm going to start a new audiobook. I have another kid book on here that's pretty short. I have Unstoppable Us, Volume 1, How Humans Took Over the World. So I have this one, which is pretty short. It's like just under 4 hours. So I might do that one next, because then all the other ones I have are kind of on the long side. I also, you know, I have my 3 books that I showed you at the beginning of this vlog, so I could actually, you know, focus on one of those and see how that goes. Anyways, for now, I think I'm going to go eat lunch while I wait for the apple crisp to finish baking, and yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do after I've decided what I'm going to do. I decided to keep going with the Deadly Education and try to prove that I have some ability to focus. I'm 190 pages, so I'm going to say just a little over 50%. And I don't think I said what this was about, but this is adult fantasy, but it takes place at a high school, and our main character is Elle, and this is a magical boarding school that is actively trying to kill all the students all the time, and so is very much survival of the fittest, survival of the craftiest. I really liked this. Like I said, I read this in January. And I gave it a 3.75, but I don't know. I think I might give it like a 4.5 this time around because I just really dig Elle. She's rude to everyone. She's incredibly lonely, and I just love her, and I love her voice. And yeah, I don't know why I gave it a 3.75 the first time around, but I know. I'm having a good time. I need to go pick up my youngest from school pretty soon, and it's pizza movie night, so we're gonna pick up the pizza on our way home and then just kind of chill out. I will probably let the kids play video games this afternoon. Show you the apple crisp before I run out the door. I just realized we don't have any like ice cream or whipped cream or anything to put on top of it. Well, so anyways, gosh, is that all for my updates? I think so. I feel like this is the first true day off I've had in a long time where I have been just doing what I want to do and not what anybody else wants me to do. It's also the first day I've had in a long time where I've had the whole day to myself. So it's been fantastic, and I'm kind of sad it's over, but also kind of glad I get to go get because now I'm also kind of restless because I've just been kind of sitting for large chunks of time. And I know I went and worked out and I baked and like I'm deserving of rest, and it's okay if I just sit and I don't do anything for large chunks of time when it's my day off, because like Fridays are the only day I get to do that because Sunday is my other day off. But on Sunday I go grocery shopping and the kids are home, and it's the day before the week starts again, and there's always stuff to do. So that's not really a rest day. So I'm trying to like mentally backtrack to a place where I acknowledge that it's okay to rest. I'm a big believer in rest. So I definitely succeeded in that today. Apple crisp, and then go pick up the kiddo. Okay, I finished it. I think it's a 4.25. I had such a fun time. I forgot what happened at the end, and that was really fun. Like, there were multiple things that happened at the end that I was just like, oh, it's such a good time. So, yeah, it's such a good time. I loved it so much. Monster High, for anybody who wants to know, is about on par with, it's not Disney, it's Paramount, but it's about on par with Descendants, Zombies, that style of like Disney Channel original movie musical. Same thing. But the Frankenstein character uses they them pronouns, so that was kind of exciting. That's the first time we've encountered that in like this type of entertainment media, I guess, that's made for kids-ish. Anyways, so that was fun. Oh, okay. I do have a question for Deadly Education, if you've read it. What is this? Is this YA? Is this adult? I don't know. It's published by Del Rey, which is an adult imprint as far as I know. They don't usually publish YA fantasy. So I'm pretty sure this is shelved at adult, but it reads like it's YA. Not in a bad way. Like, it's super fun. I like it. I think it's like, but I'm just so confused about where this slots. Would this be considered new adult if new adult were still a thing? I just don't know. But like, I would even like now I would hand this to my 11-year-olds. Like, I don't think there's anything in here content wise that's inappropriate, maybe a little bit violent, but no more so than like a Marvel movie. So I just don't I still liked it a lot. So that is going to be the end of this daily vlog. And I hope you had fun following along with me today. And if you've made it to the end of this video and you don't have anything to say, but you want to leave a comment, let's do headphones for all the audiobooks I listened to today. And I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye.